Hey all, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Jivo GV28. These are wireless Bluetooth earbuds that have a neckband shape to them, and on first impressions, they don't look anything out of the ordinary. We've seen many neckband Bluetooth headphones in the past, so it's pretty easy to ignore it and just say it's boring, but there's actually a few features which make this model kind of interesting. So for one, they claim that their innovation as a company, Jivo, is actually making something called liquid silicone rubber. So it's the actual material that they're using for the neckband, and they've done extensive testing to make it comfortable for people with really sensitive skin. A lot of electronics, especially with kind of wearables produced in Shenzhen, China, maybe don't have the highest attention when it comes to, again, skin comfort and wearability. Another interesting thing here is it's actually using Bluetooth version 5.0, and Bluetooth 5.0 has been around now for a little bit of time, but they've been mostly reserved for true wireless earbuds just because of better latency and connection. But this is one of the first times I'm seeing Bluetooth 5.0 even on an older style of headphones, which means that it will also have better range, better battery performance, and hopefully better audio quality as well. It comes in just this one color, which is black and red, pretty dramatic, but also looks more expensive than the price would suggest. And it's a flexible neckband, as the liquid silicone implies, which means you can definitely fold it down for transportation, and is very much lightweight. Now here's again part of the Amazon ad that you can see. Again, it's advertising the skin-friendly silicone material. It also does have quick charge, so you can charge them for 10 minutes, and they claim to last 3 hours, which is pretty cool. So the tips of the headphones themselves are made out of metal and aluminum. They're also magnetic at the edges with the G that stands for the company's Jivo, and they can stick onto each other, but there's actually another layer of silicone or rubber that prevents them from making too loud of a noise whenever you stick them together. And over here we do have an inline remote control that features a play pause key as well as volume controls, and this is also made out of silicone, so you need to apply a little bit more pressure to activate the buttons. There's also a built-in microphone for answering phone calls, the micro USB port for charging. Now turning to the neckband portion, which contains all the battery and the chipsets, first impression would be it doesn't feel any different from other kind of silicone bands I've seen in the past for this style of wireless in-ear headphones, but it is very soft and it is pretty comfortable to the touch. Moving into audio quality and performance, I have to say it's really impressive. I think the Bluetooth 5.0 is definitely making a difference in terms of it has almost no distortion or hissing at all. I can turn the volume practically down to 0, and when I play a track, it still is completely silent in the background. So the music is super clear and crisp without any hints of static at all, which is just really rare, especially in the past generations of Bluetooth headphones. But on these, are just so clean sounding. And once you get a proper seal, the bass is actually good. The latency definitely isn't 0 like you'll find from wired headphones, but once it starts playing, the video and the audio are still synced perfectly, and there's no problems at all in terms of enjoying the video content. So overall, the wearing experience, the listening experience, all comes together really well. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Jivo GV28, and they get 2 big thumbs up. To be honest, when I just saw the images online, I wanted just to pass this up because it didn't seem like anything exciting. But in reality, it's a hidden gem. Yes, it's not true wireless earbuds, which seems to be the latest trend these days, but the stability and lack of noise and distortion is one of the best I've encountered out of any pair of wireless Bluetooth headphones or earphones. It's super comfortable to wear, and all of the small details actually add together really nicely. The fact that the silicone is so soft means, again, you can wear these for hours and hours without noticing any stress. The padded magnetic tips, which means if you're in a library, you can still clamp them shut without making any noise. They fit in super snugly, and again, the audio quality is surprisingly good, much better than I expected from a brand that I haven't had any experience with or heard too much about in the past. Overall, I'd say there's definitely cases where true wireless earbuds can still be more convenient because it gets rid of wires altogether, but in lots of situations, something like this is still perfectly fine. Most of the weight is supported on your neck just because that's where the battery is housed, so the earbuds themselves are actually lighter than most true wireless earbuds, which have the battery inside of them. So as a result, they're more comfortable for long-term listening, and as long as you're not maybe jumping up and down quite as much, just for some walking, maybe also for on a flight, if you're traveling, I think that these are definitely a good choice to consider. So you can definitely check out more details in the links down below. Again, these come pretty highly recommended. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, and shows that even though something can look very ordinary on the outside, the performance as well as the sum of its parts can definitely still surprise you. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the Jivo GV28 Liquid Silicon neckband style wireless Bluetooth earphone.